So FanDuel's out here with updating their terms of service and trying to they they're tired of losing money. Oh, I'm sorry. You're perfectly happy taking money when people lose off these ridiculous parlays. You're happy sharing out these big parlay hits that people get and then limiting their accounts afterwards. But you'll promote their crazy, you know, 10 leg parlay, 8 leg home run parlay, whatever it is. You're happy promoting those to help get others to come in and make these ridiculous bets. But now they're saying, you know what? You can no longer do that. We will not pay you if you win on one of these big parlays. FanDuel, I hope people just end up boycotting. I don't bet on FanDuel. If I could, I still wouldn't after this. So what happened was someone created one of these crazy like 7 leg parlays, ended up turning like $13 into $100,000 off of like a home run prop the other night. And it won. It won. So this dude ended up making $100,000. Well, he's one of these guys that's on social media and puts his parlay out there, and a bunch of his followers or group, there's a bunch of people that ended up tailing it. They're like, yeah, I'll tail that with you. So FanDuel ended up losing they lost over $2.2 million off of a ridiculous parlay because a bunch of people tailed it. So now FanDuel came out and said, you know what? We're not going to allow you guys to team up and make the same bets. Oh, really? So they changed their rules here. If we suspect that your account's usage could represent business usage includes any use by a betting operator or any use by individual or organization supplying data or services to betting operative, or FanDuel reserves a right to void any or all bets made by any group of people acting in conjunction with each other or any individual acting alone in an attempt to defraud FanDuel Sportsbook. Oh, excuse me. That's the whole point. We're not trying to defraud you. We're trying to defund you. We're trying to take your money because you're a sports book and you're happy to take ours. And just because we hit a ridiculous parlay, how about this, FanDuel? Instead of doing that, just don't let people do these crazy parlays. Limit it. My book does that. My book says, hey, sorry, you want to do this? You can only put $2 on it. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. What are we doing? FanDuel's out there promoting parlays. They share them out there and say, hey, look how many people are tailing this. All of a sudden now, because they lost some money one night, they're like, no, sorry. If you win too much money, we're not only are we not going to pay you, we're going to deactivate your account. I don't know how you can bet on FanDuel after this. I really don't. I don't know how you can bet on FanDuel. First of all, if you're doing these crazy parlays, what are you doing? You're not gonna, you know what I mean? Man, it's sweet when one hits, but two, FanDuel should just own it and just keep promoting it like they're doing, because the people are going to keep trying to do this. Yeah, you had one bad night, 2.2 million in one night, not fun. I get it. That sucks. But you know how hard it is to hit these crazy parlays? Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep promoting all these people that win off these ridiculous parlays, and more people are going to try it. More people are going to lose money. But instead, now you're saying you can't win here because they'll have no proof. They have no proof. If I ended up making a parlay over there and I had no idea other people were on the same parlay, somehow the stars align and we're all on the same thing and it wins, they'll think that I'm working with other people and not pay me. That ain't right. That ain't right. This is just the books. They're so dirty, man. These books are so dirty. It's so gross. Now, to their credit, they did pay everyone out. But going forward, if you hit a crazy parlay, you better hope no one else is on it. You better not share that out there. I don't know why they don't want people sharing out their ticket slips beforehand. there should be no problem with someone saying, "Hey, here's what I bet, and look at this is the book that I bet with," because then that's free promotion for the book. But instead, they don't want that. I hope FanDuel takes a big hit from this. I really do, because this is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You're winning too much. But hey, had that last guy that needed the home run not got it, FanDuel would have been happy, taking everyone's money. They wouldn't have changed the rules. They wouldn't have felt bad and said, "Hey, sorry, we saw a big group of you were on this. We're going to refund you back because you guys all lost." It's just insane. And I hope people start boycotting them. I hope they do. Look at this. Uh right here. This is says FanDuel offers the share button but doesn't want us to share bets. The maximum winnings limit will apply to anyone, customer, or group of customers acting together, wagering on the same combination of selections, regardless of whether or not such bets are struck separately at a range of different prices on different days and through a number of different accounts. If FanDuel Sports believes that a number of bets have been placed in this way, the total payment of all those bets combined will be limited to one single maximum winning. So if you do this and you guys win, they're going to limit you, right? They're going to limit you and say, okay, well, we're only going to pay out $50,000. All 100,000 of you that made this bet. There's not going to be 100,000 people, but you know what I mean. All 500 of you that made this bet. This is your max. You're not going to get paid the true max you should have got. How about this, FanDuel? Don't accept the bet. Just don't accept the bet. It's that easy. Once you see that you've got way too much riding on these outcomes, just limit it and say, "Hey, sorry, you can only bet 50 cents on this." You know, you don't have to accept the bet. I think, yeah, I mean, from a business standpoint, that is better, right? That is better. Make people mad because they can't place the bet. Don't make people mad because when they win their ridiculous parlay, when the stars all align, don't say, "Hey, we're not going to pay you what you're supposed to be paid," because that will piss people off even more. And I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't even know how that is. I know they have the right to accept and whatnot and not accept, but I don't know how after the fact, after you've already accepted a bet, you can sit here and justify, "Oh, we know you guys were working together, so we're not going to pay you the full amount." No, 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 no. You accepted the bet. You took on the risk. If that thing lost, you would have no problem collecting those people's money. Now you're gonna, after the fact, to your discretion. It sounds like, I hope a group of people puts this to the test, hits a big ass parlay, and then FanDuel doesn't pay out all those customers, and then they get a lawsuit against them. That's what I'm hoping for, because this is just gross. This is just another guy here says this is the same book that would show featured parlays in their app, literally showing how many people place the bets. This is true. They promote these parlays. One thing that people don't understand is when you hit one of these ridiculous parlays, like there's guys that will turn a couple dollars into $50,000 and be like, "Woohoo!" They'll go on their Instagram, they'll post the slip and say congratulations to this person. What you don't see behind the scenes is that person cannot, when they'll get paid, but then they go and try to do another parlay, they can't do it. They get limited to like 10 cents. They have a hard time placing even just straight bets. So FanDuel, this is a terrible look. And I hope you lose a ton of customers. And I hope some group out there gets motivated enough to work together to put these new rules to the test and then takes you to court over it. Because I don't know how any of this is legal. Let's see what some of you guys are saying about this. Um, just like casinos, same shit. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I've never liked parlays. They generally rip you off on the over. Let's see. But now, yeah, now you have added risk and they won't pay you out. Massive implications for expected value. Exactly. Exactly. I mentioned this before, but Barnes said last year bookies lost on singles but made it up with parlays. Yeah, That's usually how these books love promoting those parlays because they don't hit. They don't hit all that often. And when they do, you rake in more off all those losses than you do on the ones you have to pay out. It's just crazy. It is crazy. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash the like button, share this out there, and I'll see you on the next.